Compliments to all you Canaloths. Track your way into the Stinky Dragon and guzzle our latest gulp. Pick a guard, any guard. It's a mixture of Invisiblack tea, tapioca claw pearls, uncanny candy apple, and a spiny tongue's worth of sugary limbs. One lick of this bubbly beverage, and you'll feel dimensionally locked and loaded. Previously, our adventurers landed themselves in litigation due to life choices and lack of lawful literation. Luckily, they laid down some logical language whilst lacking a lawyer and locking horns with lads. After a level-headed and lore-filled long rest, they lurched from their lie-down to learn of a looming lead on their legacy, their first mission. Latch onto our libation and let's leap into our lore.
Breathe, Micah. I beg you. Breathe. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales from the Stinky Dragon. Campaign 3, Episode 8. The 8th most episode of Campaign 3. 8th most episode of Campaign 3.
The 8th most.
Your Dungeon Master, Gustavo Sorolla. I'm joined by our 4 players, so I'm going to hit with an arrow.
Every time.
I try. Here, I rolled a 17. I think that's a hit.
Toss us an arrow or maybe hand us?
No, it's D&D. It's violent.
You gotta shoot us, yeah.
What is your fondest childhood memory and why?
Roll for initiative.
That question is submitted by the Jeff. Roll for initiative.
Jeff.
The Jeff.
The Jeff? The little shark?
Yeah.
We're rolling a d20.
10.
17.
I rolled a 7.
What do you get, Chris?
1.
So it's Natty first with a 17, then Tolv with a 10, Doug with a 7, and Gunther with a 1.
You know what I realized before we get into these arrow responses?
Go for it.
We brought this up on a previous episode about how with Blaine, he always introduces himself with like a little catchphrase. Like he had one for Chip and he had one for Tolv, but we're like, oh, we didn't really have one for Kyborg. It's because we didn't introduce our characters every episode in the Infinite campaign.
That's true.
Like, we didn't have arrows. We didn't like introduce what our character's class and race was. Like we didn't do any of that in campaign 1 each episode. So I'm like, oh, that's why he didn't have one.
I'd also argue it's sup. I'm Kyborg.
Sup.
So what you're saying, Barbara, is that's another thing we need to go back, edit those files.
No, please, no.
I'm going to do a couple pickups if you can drop those in there.
Sorry.
I just wanted to say that to
please
trigger
stop.
Gus.
I'm on my 3rd pass.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm John Reisinger. I'm the antagonizer of Gustavo Sorolla, and I play Natty Wonder, who is a drow warlock. And the question of what was my most fondest memory as a child? Is that what it was?
Fondest memory.
What is your fondest childhood memory and why?
I got so many. I had a great childhood. I grew up in a great community with two good mamas. And I would say my fondest childhood memory has to be the day. I'm sure everybody here can relate to this kind of a memory because everybody has that moment when they're some sort of a parental or important figure in their life might sit them down and teach them about death. And how death is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's actually our deity that we love and we praise and we pray to and we worship and we talk to and we make crafts about and we bake for and all that. And that was just a special day that I will always hold fondly in my mind.
Do you have a favorite death craft or that you've made in the past, Natty?
We used to make little gravestones out of macaroni is what we would do.
Cute.
Yeah, it was very cute. All the little kids would do it, and then we'd put them up. We put them up all over the walls in the community center.
So do you have like an annual death day, kind of like how people have like birthdays and stuff?
Yeah. Do you leave like roadkill out by the fireplace?
I don't think we would honor death with roadkill necessarily, but I guess there's no wrong answer as long as you're doing it with a good heart. Every day is a good death day. That's what we say, and that's how we start service at our temple,
the death temple.
Every week there's a screening of Happy Death Day on the weekends.
Yes,
I was gonna make a reference to that movie too.
Death becomes her. Yeah, anything with death. That's me.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think maybe not everyone can relate to that as
Really?
widely as you think, Natty. But I think there's definitely people who can understand and relate to that life experience.
Learned something new today.
Danny is definitely a very unique individual.
Well, thank you.
It was a compliment.
All right, who's next?
That's Tove.
I think it's me because I rolled 10. Hello, I'm Blaine Gibson. I'm still finding my voice. I play a male orc barbarian named Yoo-Hoo. It's me, Tove. It's actually, my first name is not Yoo-Hoo. This is how I greet people, but my name is Tove. So good to see everybody. I'm barbarian.
Yoo-Hoo's your first name. It's me, Tove is your middle name.
Yeah, well, Yoo-Hoo's my favorite drink. Let's just make that clear. Favorite childhood memory. Don't have many, but if I had to say, it would be, sometimes my family, we'd go to the beach, and I'd be able to make the sandcastles. And that was quite fun. We were typically there because we were raiding and pillaging a nearby village, so there'd be dead bodies and skulls, lots of skulls. And then, Ironclad would come over and stomp on my sandcastle and say, what are you doing? You should be killing your killing machine. And I'd say, I just want to make sandcastle, dude. You could relax and play with me too. I didn't say that, but that's what I thought in my mind. And then I'd go and,
That's your fondest memory of someone stomping on your sandcastle?
The preceding the stomping of the sandcastle, the building, constructing things is nice. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well, thanks, Tove, for that great answer.
Of course.
I want to explore on one thing that Tove mentioned there. Sorry, Doug. I'll get to you in a second.
Oh, I'm on the spot.
You made me think about Yoo-Hoo the drink. So we're going to talk about Yoo-Hoo now, Tove.
Sponsor?
It's got a long shelf life, so it's good for a ship.
It's got a long shelf life because I just realized there's almost no milk in it.
No, it is not a milk beverage.
You do not need to refrigerate Yoo-Hoo. It can be warm room temp.
It is water, high fructose corn syrup, and whey mostly.
And chocolate. There's some chocolate in there, isn't there? There's got to be some chocolate.
Less than 2% of cocoa and non-fat dry milk.
I went to Costco the other day and a lady was doing the samples for a canned protein shake. And she was like, you want to try some? And I was like, this is going to taste terrible. I tried it and I was like, this tastes exactly like Yoo-Hoo. And then I was staring at her, eye contact, grabbed the crate and I was like, you win this time.
Isn't strawberry Yoo-Hoo referenced in Red versus Blue from Sarge?
Oh.
Strawberry Yoo-Hoo.
Now I want to know, in strawberry Yoo-Hoo, what is the strawberry ingredient in strawberry Yoo-Hoo? I said that with air quotes because I would assume it is not strawberries. It's like pink dye and
pink dye number 7.
Sucralose.
Yeah, red dye, whatever.
I think it's just labeled under natural flavors. Natural and artificial flavors. Yeah, they're
like Mama used to make.
It's water, high fructose corn syrup, whey from milk, and contains less than 2% of non-fat dry milk, natural and artificial flavors. I think that's where it is.
I'm surprised the water came before the high fructose corn syrup in that ingredient list.
Water is 51%. The high fructose corn syrup is 49%.
Yeah.
Yoo-Hoo, if you want us to stop, you need to pay us. Otherwise, we're going to badmouth Yoo-Hoo every episode.
Is that
thanks
how
to
we're
Toll.
doing advertising now? Is if we badmouth people, then they pay us to stop?
It's a threat.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, Doug. I got distracted by Yoo-Hoo. You were saying it's your turn.
Hey guys, Porsches, they suck. Am I right, guys? Hello, guys. Hello.
Howdy.
Hello. It's me, Doug. I'm the Bugbear Artificial Level 3. And, Gustavo, I got a lot of childhood memories, very fond memories. But I think the fondest of memories are most of the time of growing up with my brother. His name was Phil.
Oh.
And, we had a lot
of... Your name is Doug and his name is Phil?
Yeah, that's correct.
As in if you dig a hole and then you fill the hole?
F-I-L is how you spell it. Yes.
So good. No notes. Love it.
F-I-L.
But, we were really close growing up. And I just, I really miss him.
Was he older or younger?
He was older.
If you were to die, would we meet Phil and he would sound very similar to you?
No, we actually sound very different. he grew up, being a lot more tough and a lot more kind of like similar to our family, where I was a little bit more, on my own most of the time. But when we were young, we used to do a lot together.
Oh, I want to clarify something if I could. Yeah, because you said he was older. Is he still older, or did something happen?
Or did he stumble into one of Natty's like death day ritual days,
Now, last time we talked, Tove, you said you were going to try to be more respectful.
I love you. I'm sorry.
I know it's hard, and I know we all stumble, but I'm just here to help keep you on your path that you said you put yourself out for.
I am learning. Thank you for your patience. Doug, what happened to Phil?
I don't really want to say.
Oh, he's not around anymore?
He's not around. Something really bad happened.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I mean, you talk about death being positive, right, Natty? Like something good. And so that's kind of like what I hope is the case.
I mean, there's a very good chance that he's met my wife.
My wife?
It's hard not to say that and instill that core feeling we all have when we hear those two words, no matter how you say it.
Well, I hope that if your wife was kind and, maybe they're friends wherever they are together.
Oh, everyone loves her and she loves everyone.
Oh. Sounds lovely.
Very gregarious.
Okay, Doug, we've had 3 depressing ones. Now take us home. Big happy memory. Here you go.
Tove, mine was not depressing. I need you to work on this attitude.
You're so right.
I'm Chris Damaris.
Hi, Chris Damaris.
And I play a level 3 fighter frog, Gunther.
Croak folk, right?
Croak folk.
Get it right, idiot.
Tove is spicy today. I don't know what was in his pudding.
Homemade coffee, a lot of cold brew.
And a bunch of jalapeno seeds.
Yeah.
A favorite memory you have, Ramada, I have when I was...
What?
I think Gunther just had a car accident.
Yeah, Gunther speed running the arrow.
I think.
Did he just say that while running past us?
Can we slow that down
call
in the
ambulance?
A favorite memory you have, Ramada, I have when I was... A favorite memory I had whenever I was a child is one time there was all of the beetles, they escaped. And then they all out everywhere. So then me and my father and my brothers and then my good friend Bunlap, we all went searching across and exploring and looking to capture up all the beetles and return them home. And it was an adventure.
Oh. Were these like livestock for you or pets?
Yes.
Was like one of them named Paul McCartney?
No. What is that?
Oh, okay.
What about John Lennon?
No.
We're getting closer.
They were beetles.
So like, are beetles, like, what are they to your people?
Food?
They are
Toys?
like, you take them into them and then you have them in a gate.
So do you milk the beetles?
Do you like hoard them like you would with like sheep or something?
You heard them. And then there is the juice of the beetle.
Oh. Is it tasty juice?
Warner Brothers, call us.
Sorry, what?
Juice of the beetle.
Warner Brothers needs to give us a
Took me
call.
a second.
Does it taste like you?
So I think in the past, Gunther, if I remember right, you've also mentioned raising flies. Were there other animals that that you raised as well, in addition to beetles and flies?
There's mini bugs and animals
Really?
and things. Yes. My family may have had many animals on our farm.
Which was your favorite?
Probably my brothers.
Your brothers were my favorite animal too.
His name was Dunlop? What was his name?
That was my best mate.
Oh, what was your brother's name?
Bunlap, I believe, was the friend.
Bunlap.
Yes. I have had many brothers.
Oh.
How many brothers?
From memory, I had 33.
Whoa, that is a lot.
Family. Wow.
Yes. And then with my sisters, that would be 51.
Oh, 51. Okay.
And where do you fall in the order of all your siblings? Like your middle child, oldest, youngest?
I do not know.
So like first, third, or
I do not know.
top 5?
Third generation.
If he doesn't know, I'm willing to bet he's somewhere in the middle of that 85 children. You know, typical middle child Gunther over here, number 42.
Gunther's middle child.
Let me clarify. 51 was the total.
Oh, 51 was the total sisters, you said.
I misspoke.
Oh, so 17 sisters then.
Yes. 18. Wait, no, I am one.
Right, you are one too. So 33 brothers and 17 sisters. And, of course, Gunther.
And me.
Yes.
And that is it.
Okay.
I have a question for Chris, not Gunther. Did you look up the average amount of eggs that a frog lays?
No.
And then that's because I was like, you're right on. It's
Is
between
it
34
really?
and 75. Yeah.
Wow. I just pulled that out of my butt. And it's between how many and 75?
34 and 75.
Wow.
So yeah, you're like right in the middle there.
Yeah. They do that 4 to 6 times a year. So that's like in a chunk.
That begs the question. The reason why in nature that's the case is quantity over quality, and because most of those are going to be eaten. So if all your siblings, you got that many, how big is your community?
Right now, I do not know. I'm not there.
Do you live in like a metropolis of croak folk?
I'm not there right now, so
No,
I do not know how size they are.
When you left, is it just the biggest community ever?
If I were to like walk up to it and it'd say population, what would the number be?
I've never yet counted it. I would say several thousand. No, 100,000. No, hundreds, if not 1,000 or more. It depends.
Well, I will say Gunther's biggest fear from several episodes ago was also bird. So that may play into the population as well.
That's very true.
Watch out for the teeth.
Also, that was specifically I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, the coqui frog. Female lays clusters of 34 to 75 eggs 4 to 6 times a year.
Wow.
But every common frog lays up to 4,000 eggs in one spring.
I'm not a common frog.
That's what I assumed.
That's right.
Coqui frog is in Puerto Rico. When I lived there, you could hear them all the time. They are so loud.
That's what I imagine Gunther is, if he was any type.
Slowly, you all begin waking up the next morning, more or less pretty much all together at the same time. And as you do so, you wake up and you look around and you see Private Parts standing there watching, waiting for you guys to wake up.
It's not creepy at all.
Morning, B-Team.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got new orders for you guys. It's your first mission.
So yeah, Private Parts is there in the barracks with you guys and says,
Well, come on, sleepyheads. We've got to get over to headquarters ASAP. Sergeant Steeleye is waiting for us.
Oh, can't wait to see Sergeant Steeleye first thing in the morning.
Our favorite, yeah.
all right, does anyone need to do anything or get anything or gather anything before you head out?
Last time we took our time, we got in trouble.
Yes, we should do this on the double. Private Parts, do we need to like grab all of our equipment? Will we be coming back to the barracks?
Well, that's up to you guys, but Sergeant Steeleye likes it when you take charge and are ready for action.
We must have grabbed all the stuff.
Let's grab all of our stuff. And if anybody wants to like take a dump in one of A-Team's foot lockers, I will turn a blind eye. No questions asked. Okay, bye-bye.
I'm going to roll to see if Giggy heard that and does what you asked.
Oh, Blaine almost did a spit take.
I forgot that we have someone who will do basically anything.
We have an influential little toddler
yes,
who is happy to. And I rolled a 14, so yeah, Giggy goes and takes a dump. It's important that he goes before we go because I don't want to deal with it on the way.
For sure.
That's very true. Do you have diapers for Giggy, or what do you usually give him when he goes boom boom?
I tried, but he kept eating them.
Oh, that's so gross.
The look on Barbara's face.
Just imagining someone eating a dirty diaper. Oh.
Well, they weren't dirty. He ate them before he could dirty them up.
Oh, okay. That makes it a little better.
In our trunks and in our room, are there any like longer term materials or equipment for like longer missions?
Like healing potions or something like that?
Rations,
magic food,
things.
No, just whatever you would like. There's no extra inventory there. It's just whatever you have.
Gotcha.
Like it's just your items. Imagine like a bed and a trunk with all of your stuff in it.
I would say Doug takes all of his stuff with him and also makes his bed.
Oh, that's nice.
Is there any of your like special stuff you want to do, Doug, to any of our things? I don't know how you artificers work, but you seem to have stuff to do to make things special.
Well, it does take some time, and before going to bed last night, I did infuse Tolv's Hamel.
What?
Oh, that's right.
So that's looking a little bit stronger, Tolv. Let me know how that works out for you, buddy, okay?
I mean, let me try it out on one of these foot lockers over here. I attack one of A-Team's foot lockers, not the one that's been pooped in, though.
Yeah. Make your attack roll.
The 20.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20. Yeah.
All right. For the uninitiated, that means it's a 20 after modifier, not a natural 20. Yeah, I guess roll your damage.
9.
Which foot locker do you pick?
Kandrinos.
Oh.
Okay. You bring your hammer down on Kandrinos' foot locker, and it splinters the lid off of it. And the lid falls to the ground, broken off. And since we clarified that it was Kandrinos' foot locker that got hit, that means that's not the one that had the poop. Do you want me to just randomly roll and pick one? Oh.
I was just say not Lasix. Lasix is the
Lasix
only
the
guy
one
who's
talking
sticking
to
up
us,
for us.
right?
Yeah.
No, Private Parts is there with you.
Private Parts.
Talking to us currently, but Lasik is the one who actually stood up for us in court.
I don't remember. Wait, I can remember him. Hold on. I have
Mess and injury. Wait, no, that's the fort. We've got Private Mess. Classic.
I feel like that's just in the name, so make a mess and mess.
Okay, Private Mestra. Got it.
And then there's Oak Gray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they get by this time.
Yeah, Private Parts watches Giggy and Tolv go to work on the foot lockers and just raises a concerned eyebrow and says,
I don't think they're going to like that.
We're super hyped for this mission. Ooh.
You saw nothing.
Yeah. You know what snitches get?
Presents?
Nope, it rhymes.
Yeah, tell him, Gunzo.
Gunther is excited and stabs his own locker. Can I roll?
yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, make your attack
Can we just
roll.
say that he attacked it? Do we have to do the rolls?
It's part of the fun.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, and make your damage.
9.
Okay, yeah, yours, the lid of your footlocker also breaks off.
We did it. Does Kandrinos have any medical supplies in their locker since they're the medic? Perhaps a potion or 4?
Make an investigation check so you can rifle through it.
Nice.
Ugh, that's a 9. I could do a inspiration if we wanted to.
You tell me.
What the heck? Let's do it. 13.
Yeah, you find 2 healing potions neatly on top of the items in there.
Oops, these just fell out. Oops.
But the tops are shattered and the contents have spilled all over the rest of the items in the trunk.
Okay, it's too powerful, too strong.
Shall we destroy more?
No, we should go.
No, I think we're ready to go on a mission, personally. We don't want to get in more trouble than we already are at this base.
Yeah.
You all are on thin ice.
It's making Doug very anxious.
So, okay, you all follow Private Parts out over to HQ.
Yeah.
I can't believe we have a character named Private Parts.
Welcome to Stinky Dragon.
Private Parts. What are we doing?
We're going to headquarters to get your mission from Sergeant Steel Eye.
Do you know the mission?
No, I'm just the messenger.
Oh, okay.
Gunther's being very feisty.
Yeah, he is. You all walk out of the barracks and head over to HQ, which isn't too far away. It's just like pretty much the next building over to the southwest from the barracks. You all are very familiar with this building. This is where your court-martial was held in the courtroom inside of headquarters. You all walk into HQ, and Private Parts leads you into the war room, where you find Sergeant Steel Eye looking at a large round table. Looks up, locks eyes with you, and walks straight over to you all. B-Team! It's about time you showed up. It's time to get to work.
Okay, so we are ready for our mission.
And Doug salutes.
Let me at them. Yeah. I salute.
Gunther does his salute with his foot up, the back heel, whatever you call it. The little kick that we did.
Oh, like Colonel Boyd, like you salute and then kick your leg out? Okay.
Yeah.
Son, we got to work on that one. First and foremost, congratulations, B-Team. You all have been promoted to the rank of private.
For what did we make this promotion after we were just in trial?
Son, I'm going to need a question.
For what did we make this promotion after we were just in trial?
Yes. Anyway, your mission is to travel to the local city west of here, Endridge Bay. Look into some intel we just received. A local by the name of Fizzmum claims that people she knows are being replaced by imposters. Sound familiar? Mission is to do reconnaissance, investigate the claim, and determine whether or not this is true or some kind of red herring. You're to meet Fizzmum at a local business called the High 3. Endridge Bay is 18 miles due west, so it should be about 1 day's hike.
All I got from that was Fizzmum.
I got it all. Don't worry.
Don't worry, guys. Doug is on the case.
I tried my best. My handwriting is so bad.
This is a chance for you four to test which of you has the mettle to be a leader. Each of you takes turns trying out the role of team leader. Your responsibilities will include training, leading in battle, maintaining discipline, tracking supplies, and staying on mission. Private Parts here is going to follow along as an observer, and he'll deliver a report back to me in 3 days. And if Private Parts doesn't return, it'll be on your heads.
That's a lot of push-up.
To be clear, his observation starts now, not like 20 minutes ago. I just want to make sure that when's the report start.
Yeah.
Because that's a little important right now.
That's at Private Parts' discretion.
Papa Posh, did anyone tell you that you're looking a little sharp today, buddy?
He pulls out a pencil and begins scratching something out from a notepad.
It's begun.
I think that's a good thing.
I'm sure he's writing nothing but nice things.
Private Parts report and my assessment of that report and your performance may lead to a promotion for one of you to the rank of corporal, who will then be the new team leader and receive benefits befitting the rank.
What kind of benefits are we talking about here?
You'll find out if one of you makes the cut.
Ooh, surprises.
I think they let us in the like a teacher's lounge, and we get access to like a toaster and microwave.
Oh.
All the fancy stuff.
Okay, real quick. My mom was a teacher at my school, and I used to go to the teacher's lounge, and the other teachers hated it, and so did the kids. And I used to get free iced tea every day. It was the best. I really want to be corporal.
Wait, free iced tea? That was your big treat?
Yeah. Who doesn't love iced tea? We live in Texas. Yoo-hoo.
It was for the teachers and you were stealing it.
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
I was entitled to it. I was a Nepo baby, duh.
Was it sweetened tea?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
If you put the sweet and low in it.
Oh, okay.
It's called chemistry. Maybe Doug knows something about it.
I put of chemistry.
How do we decide who is the leader for the moment, and how do we decide when we swap?
I can't be expected to hold your hand every step of the way. You four need to figure it out. Now go!
This is the most Gus character in any campaign we've had. I can't be expected to hold your hand in this.
You guys want to roll initiative or something, and then we can decide based on that order who becomes the team leader?
Yeah, we could draw lots.
Okay. How do you
Yeah,
draw a
let's do it.
lot? What does that look like visually?
I was just trying to think of an in-universe way people would say instead of rolling dice.
Oh.
Unless dice is a part of the canon universe. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Sergeant Steel Eye, are dice a part of the canon?
Just roll.
Yeah, he turns his back to you four and turns his attention back to the big table in the room.
Okay.
Let's just roll.
Just roll a d20 or initiative.
Yeah, D20.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 10.
What'd you roll, Tolv?
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 14.
So Tolv wins? You're going with lowest, right? Tolv's number one?
Tolv number 1.
I just rolled another dice to see if Giggy would roll, and Giggy did roll, and he rolled a 15. So Giggy's in charge.
Giggy's team leader on the first day.
So
Just
I
kidding.
think based on drawing lots, Natty wins, but Natty secretly is going to let Giggy run the show?
No. That was just for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the start.
Okay, and we're going due west, which means directly west from here. 18 miles until we get to the Fort Endridge Bay. Or just Endridge Bay.
Endridge Bay, there you go.
Sorry, I misspoke.
It's all good, Doug. Just want to make sure you're on the right page, but it sounds like you are.
In a metagame perspective, if we're on a map, are we at the far edge of where we are? So it's if we traveled across all of Fort Endridge, that would be X amount of miles, or are we at the very kind of end going west?
If you were looking at a map, you can go in any direction, basically. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question appropriately. Think of Fort Endridge as being in the middle right now. Think of a layout of hexes. all around you, and you can go in any of the directions based from where you are.
I guess if like, I'm saying like if each hex is X amount of miles wide, are we at like the edge of a hex? So if we like,
I think you're saying fort's in the middle of the hex.
I see what you're saying. Imagine you're in the entire hex. Like you're not going to spend any moving within the hex that you're already in.
Gotcha.
Okay, make sure I answered your question.
Okay, do we get any special equipment for this? No?
Are you asking
he left,
Sergeant
didn't
Steele?
he?
Yeah, he turned his back to you guys.
Okay, I guess we should go. And as my first decision as leader, we're going to move that direction. And I point west.
What is marching order, Natty?
I feel like we should have the buddy system.
Okay.
Okay.
So find your buddy and we'll walk with our buddies.
Will you tell me who my buddy is?
Natty, could you be my buddy?
Okay, Doug and I are buddies and Tolv and Gunther are buddies.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's Giggy's buddy?
I'm always Giggy's buddy.
Oh.
Okay.
Iggy don't need nobody.
Okay, then we head out, I guess. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll focus on staying on mission.
We did it! Episode 8 and we're leaving this place, finally!
Hey, that's up to you guys. That's been your decision.
It's like Midgar in Final Fantasy 6 or 7. Final Fantasy 7. We're finally leaving Midgar and we see the overworld for the first time.
Ooh, there's more to the map. So yeah, I guess imagine in your mind's eye that it's a hexagon map. And from where you are in Fort Endrich, you can go, I'm going to go all the way around. North, northeast, southeast, south, southwest, or northwest.
Oh, so we have a choice of going southwest or northwest, basically.
You can go in any of the directions you want.
Well, okay, I'll revise that. To head in the general direction of west, that's our two options.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we want to go north or
You
southwest.
could just flip sides.
I'm going to flip a coin. All right, we're going northwest.
Are you sure I have a lot of rewards points with Southwest?
Enjoying the show? Support us directly by becoming a patron at patreon.com/stinkydragon. Not only will you be helping us to create more content, you'll get access to several perks, including access to our patron-only Discord server, events, and live streams. You can enjoy ad-free episodes for the main show and all our bonus content no matter where you listen to it. You'll also get access to Second Wind, our fortnightly show between the players and dungeon masters, talking through the latest episode. You should also check out Behind the Screen, our monthly show that deep dives into D&D how-tos, like how to make an adventure module, how to be a dungeon master, or how Stinky Dragon is made. All of that and bonus audio content such as live shows, one-shots, mini-series, and more. Give yourself an inspiration, Dahlia.
Oh, yeah. Back record time. Heck yeah.
I hate their seating policy. I like having an assigned seat,
I
personally.
think they're changing that.
They are.
I think they are, yeah.
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 Northwest.
Okay, so you all decide to go northwest. You gather up your equipment, your packs, and Private Parts is tagging along with you as an observer.
Oh, he can be Giggy's buddy then. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so he's leading with Giggy?
Well, yeah, Private Parts is following as an observer, and I guess he's Jiggy's buddy.
I don't want someone to not have a buddy, so we're going to stick to this.
Private Parts just says,
Oh, okay. That's an interesting command decision.
and just begins scribbling something on a notepad.
I assume it's something good.
Private Parts, how did you get in here to the war? Where are you from?
Oh, my family has a long history of serving the Mortalion. It seems like it's always been almost predestined that I join up and do my part in the ongoing conflict.
Do you have other family in here?
Not currently. I'm the youngest child, so everyone has already moved on and they're out and about in the world. I'm hoping to catch up soon. I think after doing this job, observing for Sergeant Steeleye, he'll note my special skills and I'll get my promotion and finally be able to move up in rank.
We will make sure that we do good for you.
Yeah, glad to have you on board.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
We will definitely make sure you survive this mission as well.
And maybe, it would be one of those situations of, we scratch your back, you scratch our back. Wink, wink.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, maybe, why not? You all are new to the rank of private, and I don't want to brag, but I've been private for a while now. So while we're traveling, I think it's time I let you know all the perks you get now with your newfound promotion, being a private in the Mortalion.
It honors.
First of all, you can purchase non-magical weapons and armor at a 20% discount at any facility associated with the Mortalion.
20%.
Yeah, it's great. It opens a lot of doors.
What are you packing, Private Parts?
He's got a longsword.
Oh, cool.
Besides that, don't forget that now, as privates, you are part of a hierarchy that provides you with orders. If you cause any trouble in Middrus, you answer to your officers, not local law enforcement.
Oh. Does that mean we got some sort of immunity?
Diplomatic immunity.
Do we actually, though? Like some type of...
So you're above like the common law of the land. You answer to the military law, as you all already have experience with dealing with your almost court-martial.
Oh.
The military, do we know, like, how ubiquitous is it across the land, and what's the general perception of the military across the land?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. Everyone's very familiar. Well, I would say most people are very familiar with the Mortalion. This is a very wide-ranging conflict that's been going on for quite a while. But, as with most things, it can vary. Like going with like sentiment, it can vary town by town or person by person. Everyone's got their own feelings on what's going on. So it's hard to say. There is no general consensus, but there is definitely a wide range of thoughts about it.
I mean, if martial law is in effect at all times, I feel like that might cause some weird distrust.
No, it's not that it's martial law. It's that you all are above local law. You only answer to military law.
Martial law. Yeah.
The locals still answer to their local law enforcement.
Yeah, so I have immunity when it comes to local law enforcement because I only listen to my military leaders. Got it. Martial law. Cool. Glad we established that.
I think Toad might not know what martial law is.
And of course, your rank in the Mortalion now grants you access to places that are off limits to civilians. With your commander's permission, you can enter dangerous training grounds or military installations, like an army's regional headquarters or a repository of top secret intelligence. Plus, you can also request that your commander grant you authority to act in their name, or provide access to experts or leaders higher in the chain of command.
Oh, that feels very powerful.
It is! You won't believe the things I've seen.
Oh, like in a bad way or like...
Of course not, heavens no.
Oh, okay. It's like, did you commit war crimes or something? Jeez.
You undertake your missions at the direction of a commanding officer who expects your absolute obedience. These missions have clear and precise goals, leading you on the path of adventure. In rare cases, you're trusted with open-ended tasks that afford you leeway in interpreting orders.
Well, you're just a walking PSA.
I do my best. I love the Mortalion, and I'm very dedicated to this.
Oh, Sergeant Steele, I must love you.
Oh, I hope so. I'm trying to get in good with Sergeant Steel Eye.
Does it bother you that we just became privates and then the Steel Eye said that one of us gets to be corporal soon, and you've been waiting this whole time to get promoted?
All in due time. I'll earn my rank when it's due to me.
That's a very mature way of looking at it.
Yes, thank you, Doug.
And he scribbles something down.
Excellent. 10 points for me.
And the final thing I need to tell you is each member of your group earns a regular salary or share of the military's forces spoils. The amount varies depending on your organization and your position within it, but at minimum, you enjoy a modest lifestyle. You receive a small salary as well as access to food and housing on military bases. You get 1 gold per day, but rely on that money for room and board off base. With higher rank comes higher pay. I hear that as an officer, you could maintain a comfortable lifestyle and get 2 gold per day.
Wow.
Hey, big spender.
That's big living.
Double the income, I guess.
Tell me about it.
The 1%.
Oh, for sure.
All right, well, we're trying to stay on mission right and head over west to Endridge Bay. How long of a hike is that, would you say?
Well, Indridge Bay is about 18 miles, so it should take us pretty much an entire day to get there.
All right.
All right.
Surely we've been walking while talking, yeah? I mean...
Absolutely.
Okay, thank God.
It's only been 5 minutes.
Make sure you hold your buddy's hand.
Doug reaches out to hold Natty's hand.
I grab Doug's hand.
Gunther?
But I imagine you're holding just my big finger because...
Oh, because he's got a big old mitt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the size discrepancy between...
Tolv and Gunther.
Gunther, you
Tolv
can
and-
literally ride my shoulders and I would not notice you, and it is totally cool if you want to, like, chill. I'm just offering it.
Okay.
Do you need to make a roll to see if Giggy holds Private Part's hand?
You are living to regret this child.
I rolled a 9, so he's going to fight it a little bit.
I like to think that instead of like reaching out with his hand, Giggy reaches out with his mouth and just like tries to clamp onto Private Part's hand as they're walking.
Yeah.
So, y'all are paired up in the buddy system. Buddies, what do you all talk about during this initial part of your trek?
I probably want to talk to Natty about death.
I love that.
Just because I think that's like one of the things that Doug doesn't really understand or like think is like has any positive to it. Mm-hmm. Even in all of his studies and time researching things, he just doesn't see, I think, a benefit to death.
Doug, what's on your mind?
Oh, so much, Natty.
Yeah.
So I get, you talk a lot about death, and I just can't comprehend how anybody would be driven towards thinking that this is a good thing, or because it's just like if you lose someone, they don't come back, and so like I guess how is that good?
Well, I mean, it depends on what your definition of like what this losing means. Like, it's not a finality as I think you might be thinking it is, because it's just transition to a new place is what it is.
Well, how do you know? I guess
because my wife, she told me.
You talked to her?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, it's usually when I'm sleeping.
I mean, I talk to my brother sometimes before I go to sleep, but he doesn't talk back. So
is Tolv interjecting?
No, it's just so sad. I'm just reacting. I heard that and I'm like, oh my God, that's so sad.
Yeah, I would imagine it's hard to talk to the dead, but my wife's not dead.
What is she?
She is death.
Oh.
So she took my brother?
Not necessarily. She is the essence of the feature of life that is the end of it. And so she's not necessarily the one that killed him, but she's there to greet him when he came to visit her, and I'm sure he was loving it. Because like I said, she has the nicest smile you've ever seen.
I mean, I know that she's not the one who killed him. I know that.
Who did, if I might ask?
I can't really say right now.
Maybe we could take baby steps towards sharing that, because I know talking about stuff helps.
It wasn't my fault, okay?
I didn't say it was. I'm on your side, Doug.
That's all I want to say. It wasn't my fault.
Okay. Good baby steps. Hey, everybody, Doug just took some baby steps towards the direction of sharing his feelings. Everybody give a little clap for Doug. Okay?
Oh, we did it.
It was my fault, okay? I just am trying to tell myself that it wasn't.
Oh.
But maybe if your wife sees Phil, she could just like tell him that I'm sorry.
I will tell her that. And I'm sure that would mean the world to Phil.
Why was it your fault?
Oh, God.
I don't know if you're there. You're going to be having a separate conversation with Tolv.
Okay, I didn't know because we were all clapping.
Imagine just Daddy turned around and told everybody to clap. That's all it was. Yay. Does that make you feel better, Doug, a little bit?
Maybe like 0.07% better.
Hey, progress is progress.
That's what. Have you gone to therapy? That's really nice.
Yeah, I go to therapy all the time.
That's John speaking.
John?
I got therapy today.
On a mission?
Is that who Giggy really is?
Well, I'm proud of you, Doug. I'm proud of you. I'm glad. And Natty squeezes Doug's hand even tighter, or his finger even tighter.
Natty's very strong, unexpectedly, and so Doug kind of winces at the pain.
Oh no, not like that. Like an affectionate squeeze, not a painful one.
All right. What do Tolv and Gunther talk about?
First, am I writing on Tolv?
That's cool with me.
Yeah.
It's cool with you.
Then could we also, like, while we're looking, I think Gunther would be like looking for any sense of supplies or things in the terrain that could be like just scouting ahead, being like very aware of the surroundings and looking for danger or anything that they could use on their journey.
Make a perception check.
It's a 5.
No, it seems like there's not much out here. It's pretty barren here, but you are making your way away. You can see the fort slowly getting smaller behind you as time goes on.
And I don't know how this applies, but I have the wanderer background, which I can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers small game, water, and so forth. So I don't know if that matters in this context, but
It's super useful. It's so cool, Gunther.
Yeah. Is that something you'd want to do?
I think so. I think Gunther's used to wandering, and that's part of his like process of wandering is always being like looking for the next meal.
I guess you already rolled your perception check, but I was just trying to see, do you want to make like a, I don't know, like an investigation check of some kind to see if you're successful?
Or survival.
Survival. Yeah, survival. That's it. Yeah, roll a survival check.
I rolled a 1, Gus.
You find a trail. There's footsteps. It's maybe 5 humanoid-sized creatures and one smaller one. It seems like they were coming from the east and heading west.
We're being followed.
This is scrubland, but you can't seem to find anything. Maybe the presence of the fort being so close scares away any potential game that you could hunt. And, maybe they've already scoured the nearby fruit or berries or anything that's edible in the area around the fort. So it's already too picked over.
Something I can talk to Gunther about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if he's in a chatty mood, Gunther, you want to talk? Okay. So, I was, raised and grown up around water. And I'm curious about your culture because it sounds like you come from, a desert climate. So, what's water like for you guys? I just want to share our common experiences and just, find differences and just share about our cultures.
Water is very special.
Oh, yes, it is.
That is where everything comes from. The water.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And in the desert, it is hard to find, so we do not go very far from the water.
So do you have a lot of water? Is it a pond? No. Where do you get your water?
It's from the sky or from the one source in our village. It is oasis.
Oh, cool. Have you ever been to the ocean, Gunther?
No.
Would that freak you out with all of that water?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that sounds like too much water.
Can you swim, Gunther?
Yes, I can swim very well. Can you swim?
Not really, no.
Were you not on ships?
I was on ships, but that was kind of part of the deal is if you fell off, then, bye-bye,
Then you're meeting Natty's wife.
Yeah, quick meeting.
So you never fell off the ship?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was very scary.
And what happened?
Well, that's the last time I saw my crew,
When you fell off the ship?
Let's not say that I necessarily fell off. It wasn't by my choice, I'm very careful on the ship. I'm a very good sailor.
You pushed.
Yeah, we could put it that way. I was pushed. It was not a fun day. Not a fun day at all.
Who pushed?
It was ironclad, but that's a story for another time. But I think if we ever end up in a mission on the water, I'll watch your back, and I think you'll be A-okay. I think you're going to have sea legs in no time.
Sea legs.
Yeah.
That is something I like.
Sounds good.
What would Giggy try to say to Private Parts?
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up.
Oh, I love Giggy.
Yeah.
Giggy is my new pseudo player that I get to be in the campaign.
It's going to be your favorite character because it's not played by any of us.
Yep.
Giggy would just kind of observe everyone's chatting and then look up longingly at Private Parts. He likes mimicry and parroting, and so he would just kind of want Private Parts to kind of take the lead. So what would Private Parts do to respond to Giggy's stare at him?
What's your name, little one?
He just is.
Oh, I don't know if I can pronounce that. That's interesting. Did your mom daddy give you that name?
Giggy looks at his mom and then looks at Private Parts and then looks at the ground and finds a bug and gives Private Parts the bug.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's very thoughtful of you. Do you want to share it?
When Private Parts made that noise, Giggy did the whole Chihuahua head tilt kind of thing. that making a sound that's like him and that kind of thing. And then goes and picks up a rock and gives it to Private Parts.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I should give you something. Here.
Private Parts begins digging through his pockets looking for something and pulls out a copper piece and hands it to Giggy. I love the roll.
Doing a roll.
He doesn't eat it.
Oh, good Giggy.
It's a particularly shiny piece of copper. It's must be newly minted.
Okay, he puts it in his little harness.
Don't tell anybody about that. That's between us, okay? We're battle buddies.
Battle buddies. Geeky, let me see how he responds to that. Oh, I rolled a 1. He bites Private Part, but he's like smiling while he's doing it.
Thank you.
And Natty hears that and turns around and goes, "Oh, he likes you. He likes you. You guys are buddies."
Oh boy.
This reminds me of anytime you go to a friend's house and they have like a cat or a dog that's like really aggressive, and the person's totally comfortable with it, but you as a guest are not, and you're just like, "Oh, are they supposed to be growling like that?"
Is it? What should I normally? What do you do?
Am I allowed to pet him or?
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah. No, you're doing it right.
Oh, he likes you.
That's fun. After passing a little bit of time talking to each other, the land begins slowly changing. Ever so often, you start to see, a little more vegetation popping in here and there. Not like a ton of it, but just a little more frequently than you were seeing before. You begin walking up slowly closer to what appears to be maybe a river in the distance. And around there, you see, some rocky outcroppings and maybe a small bridge crossing over it. And everyone make me a perception check.
11.
God, another 1.
16.
Okay, so it was a 16 for Natty, an 11 for Doug, a 10 for Tolv, and a 2 for Gunther.
Yeah. I rolled bad.
Yeah. Bad. Natty, you begin to hear what you think might be like a chorus of voices that seem to be yelling.
Describe the emotional tone.
If you had to guess, you would say anger.
Oh. Coming from
The direction up ahead, like where you saw the river and the bridge.
So like
Okay.
west. Still west.
Correct.
I put up my hand to tell the group to stop, but I pull up the hand that I'm holding with Doug and put both our hands up.
Yeah, we could do it.
No. Doug, I love your enthusiasm. Everyone quiet. I feel like we should approach with caution, for I have heard a commotion up ahead.
Commotion? What kind of commotion?
There's a choo-choo train?
No, that's a locomotive.
Oh, okay, got you.
But it's close.
That's a
yeah.
crazy motion. You know what? As leader, I've decided we should send one of us up for reconnaissance before we approach this, what seems to be a tumultuous, angry noise.
I'm very sneaky if you want me to sneak.
Yeah.
I think Gunther's a good sneaker too. Yeah, he's small
Yeah,
too.
let's send Gunther. Gunther, you go find out and report back what's making this noise.
And also, like, worst comes to worst, because this place is like, a little bit more full of vegetation and stuff like that. You could just blend in as a regular frog if you needed to.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I want to make sure we have a signal if you're in danger. So is there a sound you can make that could alert us?
That was a croak.
Croak.
And you can do that loud?
Yes.
Okay,
Because, frogs croak and you hear them, real far.
sure. Gus just said it.
Those coqui frogs are super loud.
And then if I'm not in danger, I will do this.
Oh,
A little bit more higher pitch, I see.
one is Mrom and the other one's Rom.
As long as Tolv can tell the difference, I'm confident.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Tolv and Gunther's time together during this journey has let Tolv understand Gunther a bit better.
Yeah.
He just taught him all his different croaks as they were walking. This is when I'm in danger.
Guys, if I may, I need a quick word with Gunther to wish him farewell. Rom, 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 rom.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Is that the one you're singing?
We know each other's language. I wish him the best of luck.
Well, on that best of luck note, if you're going to proceed, why don't you make me a stealth check, Gunther?
Okay, yeah. And then, what's laying in front of it? It's the river and the bridge. What's the terrain? You said it's a little more
Vegetation.
A little more
vegetation now.
vegetation. It's also pretty rocky. Or it's becoming very rocky.
That's a 20, a dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Got our top men on it. Top men.
You stealthily approach in the direction that the path is going, and you get closer and you see that there is a small wooden bridge crossing a river from the northeast to the southwest here. And as you approach it, you see what appear to be some ruins. It seems like there's some buildings that are kind of destroyed and falling down, and some scaffolding with crumbling walls throughout the area. And there's a group of people in the street in front of some of the ruins. Seems like they're angrily discussing something.
Just really quick for clarification, are these like ancient ruins or are these like war-torn ruins?
Gunther?
He would see.
Yeah, I think Gunther would be the one to ask.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good question. Are the ruins on the other side of the bridge?
Correct, they're on the other side of the bridge.
Okay. And then what do I hear what they're discussing?
Make a perception check.
And they're yelling. They're not like talking.
Yeah.
And are they grouped in such a way where there's like two different sides?
No, it seems like they're all mixed up together. It's not like two groups arguing. It's one big group kind of all angry.
That's a 16 on perception.
You hear the words compensation and apology being thrown about quite a bit.
Compensation and apology. And how many are there, did you say that?
It's like a mob of people. Let's say like 12, 15, somewhere around there.
And what's their like general, are they all the same race?
It's a mixture of various types of humanoids.
And their garb, like, are they military? Are they townsfolk? Are they...
They seem like civilians to you.
And the structures that they're around, does it seem like it's a place that they live? Or is this just a, like, ruins?
You see various tents set up. It's almost like a small settlement here.
Settlement. So they've been there for a while.
It seems like they're based out of here, if you had to guess.
Okay, so they're arguing about money, and this is their home base. How far up am I, like, relative to them?
Not much higher. You're perched up like on a small rock on the north side of the river. You're maybe 5-6 feet higher than they are.
I can't hear anything else about what they're arguing or like what's going to happen.
They're so far, it's hard to pick out.
Can I signal the group to come closer?
How does that sound again?
Oh, I think that means he's in danger and we shouldn't go any closer.
I guess, is there a way, can I get closer where I can find out more about them? Can I get up closer? I just want to be able to hear what they're saying more.
Yeah, you could try to get closer. You like cross the bridge maybe and listen, but I would say you would need another stealth check to try to get a little closer and see if they don't notice you.
Okay. And if it matters, I would try going under the bridge.
Okay.
So like, that way I'm not visible.
Yeah, so you would crawl down from the rock, get on the ground, and then like kind of slink into the water.
No, like stay on the bridge.
I thought I said under the bridge.
Like climb up over the bridge so I stay.
Wait, you're confusing me. Climb over the bridge or climb under the bridge? You said
climb
both.
Under the bridge, but stay on the bridge, like as if I'm climbing on the under part of it.
The Chip Haney special.
Yeah.
Climb under the bridge, but on it?
We had a cartoon about this.
Yeah, like how, remember the cartoon Chip Haney? Like,
yeah, but what's the on it part? That's what I'm not understanding.
Like, as in not...
You would just be
climbing under the bridge.
Like doing the monkey bars.
Yeah.
Under the
yeah.
bridge.
You just kept saying on the bridge, which is
Sorry.
like, I don't understand what that means. Make me a stealth check to see if you're able to successfully climb under the bridge.
All right, 25.
Yeah, you do Gunther bars under the bridge and swing your way across, and you
Frog
get a little
bars.
closer. Croak folk bars, and you can make out what they're saying a little bit better.
They owe money to us for all the damages. It's time we get together and start us a protest.
Yeah, take that protest and we'll get our money that we're all owed.
What is this voice? What is this cadence?
Okay, does it sound like they're arguing about someone that's not there, or are they arguing?
Yes.
Okay, and that's all I can hear.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of planning for some kind of protest to try to get compensation.
And I can't figure out who they're talking about.
They came here and they just destroyed everything. And they owe us to try and fix it.
Anything else I can gather before I leave to go back?
Nah, I'd say that's about it.
Okay. Does it sound like they're mad at like the army that we're in? I guess is the one thing I want to know.
Make a intelligence check, I guess. Insight's better.
12.
You think they might be mad at the Mortalion?
Oh, that's us.
Okay. Can I sneak back to the group?
Yeah, make me one last stealth check.
He's stealthy.
Oh yeah, 25.
Yeah, why couldn't you have failed one of those? Yeah, you're able to successfully
I'm good at stealth. I told you I was good at stealth.
sneak back to your group.
I'm imagining I'm sitting there talking to like Natty and Doug, and then Gunther sneaks up on me and I go, oh, where did you come from?
Roll for an attack.
There are many people there all very mad at the Mortalion. They said that we destroyed their things, which I do not know if we did, but we did not personally. But we should pretend to not be Mortalion.
You know, Gunther, someday I'm going to teach you about this thing that I learned very young called, what's it called?
When you learn it, you shall tell me.
Punctuation.
Chris played a reverse card there.
He did.
Punctuation, very important. I think that would be a good lesson, Doug.
To know where one sentence ends and the other begins. Helpful sometimes.
So, like, you think we should act like we are not part of the Mortalion and, like, roll through? Or do you think we should sneak our way around?
I think we should act like we are not part of Mortalion and also mad at Mortalion.
Natty, what do you think? What's your read? You're the team leader.
I know from our character art, it's not there. But is there anything about us or Private Parts that reads as military?
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, Private Parts is a big red flag.
I feel like he's so proud to be part of this military that he couldn't pretend not to be.
Freshly starched pants with the pleats ironed and everything.
He's parts
badges.
of the military. Yeah, you all would be in uniform.
Oh.
Do we then carry our civvies?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
We could also say that we were part of it, but we escaped because we didn't agree with what they're doing.
That's setting us up for having to persuade them of something when we could preempt that by not giving them the thought. We're just some travelers, making our way downtown.
Natty, I bet I could persuade you. That's a 9, dang it. Okay, never mind. This is a bad idea.
I was wondering where this was going.
Doug, when you mentioned talking about like deserting the military, that seems to like Private Parts gets a little shocked. You see he starts getting a little sweaty at the thought.
Well, Private Parts, listen, I mean, you heard the conversation, right? These people over here, we don't know if, like, they'll attack us if they know we're part of the military or...
Oh, yeah, I just can't imagine leaving the Mortalion.
I got this. Private Parts, this is all espionage, okay? Ooh. We are going undercover for our team, in order to get more information.
Or intel.
Intel, yes. Everyone else throw out really interesting military terminology.
Reconnaissance. Black Ops.
How's that sound, Private?
Shouldn't we try to convince them that the Mortalion are in the right and settle any issues they might have? And what happens if they find out we're lying? Oh, lying makes me nervous.
He starts sweating a little more.
Giggy starts licking the sweat.
What is our mission? Is our mission to communicate with them?
Well, our mission is to get to Endridge Bay, I guess, but...
Okay, then.
I just hate the thought of people not appreciating the Mortalion.
This is part of my fulfillment of my leadership duties that I am training you. As you can tell, and Natty strikes a pose, I am a queen of presentation and performance.
Natty is the queen. I can't conform. My queen. Also, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, Private Parts, okay? It doesn't mean we don't respect the Mortalion or anything like that, but you just gotta pretend for a little bit.
I understand. Okay. Again, I'm just an observer, so I leave it to your team leader's discretion. But don't forget, we all abide by the Mortalion's goals.
Also, I just want to point out, it's an important life lesson to know that, not everyone will agree with your way of life. And, sometimes you just gotta stay true to yourself, no matter what, but, gotta do what you gotta do to be safe.
I feel like that was a mixed message, but I'm hoping Private Parts took that in its...
That's true, but as we always say in the Mortalion, together we stand unbroken.
Okay. Hey, we're going to play a part together.
Unbroken.
Get that? That's your name.
Parts. The Z is important.
Oh, yeah. And so everybody get into their civvies. Okay.
Okay. Doug goes behind a bush to change.
But the bush is too tiny.
It's like one of those cartoons where it just strategically covers.
How about this? I'll even help this a little bit. We are a traveling group of performers.
Oh, this won't get us into trouble at all if they call our bluff. I like it.
I love your confidence, Tove.
Yeah.
Let's approach. Let's do it.
Okay. So everyone gets into their civvies and approaches the ruins up ahead.
Yeah.
What's your marching order for this?
Let's go. Me, Doug, Told Gunther, Giggy, Private, Parts.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm not very persuasive, so I don't know if you want me near the front.
I can do the talking. I can do the talking. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You got this.
Natty and Doug, you both, are in the front, and you begin approaching this group of people in this area. It was just like Gunther described. There's a small wooden bridge, and as you get close, it seems like the entire mob of people all kind of take notice of you and turn and watch as you all approach.
Howdy.
You're not from here.
That is correct.
How can you tell?
Your accent is totally wrong.
Well, I'd use a word called different.
Different?
Natty, these people seem to be talking kind of like a little bit slower, a little bit sleepy. So maybe if we talk like that, they'll think they're from here.
I think it's called code switching. Match their vibes.
Kiki gets concerned and starts slapping Tolv to wake him up.
What are you doing here? No one ever comes to the ruins of Razine unless they need something.
Well, then we're a first. We don't need nothing. Other than to pass through.
Where are you going?
That direction.
Speaking of directions, you came from the direction of Fort Endridge.
Yeah.
Is that what we passed? Geez, we've been on the road for a while.
Why have you been on the road for so long?
Just traveling along, merry band of travelers, right, guys?
Make a deception check.
God.
Blaine, you just said you're bad at deception and then you spoke up, you dummy.
I'm fine. It's a 12.
The key to lying is to open your mouth a lot and keep talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's plausible.
What's your name?
Cobb.
Well, howdy, Cobb. I'm Natty.
And I'm Doug.
Natty, Doug, and you?
And he points at you, Toll.
Tolv.
Then your little squishy friend?
Which one?
Both.
That's Gunther. That's Giggy. Do we know what is Private Parts' first name? No, Parts. His name is first. No, it's Private. That's Private. His name is Private.
Private?
No. Oh, no.
No, he said Private Parts in our first episode.
I know, but this is not going to help.
That's a little military sounding.
Yeah, sometimes people got funny names.
Yeah, I've met people named like Major.
Yeah, yours sounds like a food.
You're all right.
Cobb slaps you on the back, Natty.
Well, I know I'm all right. You're all right.
You're all right.
Oh, we're all right, aren't we?
Yeah. yeah.
So what's the hubbub around here? What you guys up to?
Oh, we're planning a protest. Mortalians came and destroyed Razine, leaving us in ruins. We need to get them to pay for the damage that they caused.
Why did they destroy it? What happened?
There was a battle and they just call it collateral. Those people at Mortalian and Copia Convent, they owe us compensations and an apology.
Who were they fighting?
The Undarians. Wow, you really aren't from here, huh?
Well, I was being a little bit more specific than that. Like, what were they? Was there a special Undarian, or was there a reason there were Undarians here?
Why do they fight anywhere? They just show up and they start breaking things, not even caring who it affects.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Too real.
Were the Andarians attacking it too?
Oh, we were hiding, trying to stay out of crossfire. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it does sound like there should be some sort of fund, set aside to kind of help people like us who are here on the sidelines of this war.
Yeah.
He shoves a piece of paper and a writing instrument in your hands, Natty.
Here, you seem like you're like-minded. Sign our petitions.
Happily. I love signing things. It just feels so special when you get to sign your name.
Everyone make me a perception check.
Oh, rolling like Gigi's diaper today. 8.
I keep rolling 6s, so I have an 11 with my modifier.
18.
Nat 20 for 21.
Gunther and Natty, you both noticed that Private Parts has started sweating profusely. I mean, he's just like drenched now.
What's with your friend? Is he sick?
He's
Hush,
exactly.
hush. Don't answer.
He is sick. He has the great sick. Stay away from him.
The great sick. Whoa.
Yeah, keep
He
away.
could be contagious.
Very sick, very contagious. Yeah.
Okay, both of you make me deception checks.
What's the definition of idiocy?
13.
20.
Curses.
Nah, I've never heard of the great sick, but it does sound bad.
That's great.
Get your vaccines.
What does it do exactly in detail?
It is where you lose all of the liquid in your body.
Yeah, and you like start to lose your ability to speak, and you like bite things. You know, Gigi over there was a perfectly normal little boy before he got the great sick. Now look at him.
He's over there just like,
What's Gigi doing?
Yeah, he's got a full head of hair, full head of teeth.
Ugh, okay. I don't want to get the great sick.
Definitely not. Yeah.
And you signed the petition, Natty. What name did you sign on it?
I signed it Nutty Wander.
is it wander spelled the same as wonder?
No, with an A, like a wandering person.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh, Wander, you're wandering now. You were made for this.
Not all who wander are lost.
You're all right, too. All right, well, you're welcome to pass through what's left of Raising. Look around if you want. Keep on going. You're A-okay with Cobb.
Hey, that's aces with me.
Thank you, Cobb. Do you have anybody you know named Cornon?
Corn on? Oh, that's my father.
John would want to pass through and get out of here. Natty's a people person. Natty would want to say hi to some folks. Can Natty is there commerce or anything? Or is this like, this place is all in wreck and we should just move on?
You guys got the military discount here?
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I mean, we do get 20% off.
I know.
I don't know from these people.
Hey, Cobb, before we head out, I feel like your story has hit me so hard. Is there anything we could do to help y'all? Like on our way?
In fact, you could.
Okay.
Since we're rebuilding, we do need lumber. If you could help us find some.
Oh,
Okay.
Sounds good.
sure. Why
Good.
not?
Yeah.
If you head over to Teehee, just south of here, there's plenty of lumber there.
What's the name of this place?
Where you are now?
Yeah.
Raisin.
Raisin. Hey, Cobb, spell that.
Just like it sounds. R-A-E-Z-E-E-N. Raisin.
Not how it sounds. Okay, and we're heading to Teehee to get lumber for y'all.
Yeah.
I think that's the least we could do.
Oh, you'd be heroes to the people of Raisin in our cause of rebuilding.
And I elbow Private Parts. I'm like, isn't that nice for us to do something for these people to help them out?
He's like, he doesn't open his mouth, but he just starts nodding his head, and like big drops of sweat fall off of his forehead onto the ground in front of him.
Gentle with him. He has the sickness.
Is he down with it?
He's nodding.
Could I give Private Parts a little rub on the head to kind of like wipe away his sweat with my big like
Just
bugbear
soak it
paw?
up with your fuzzy
Towel
hands. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But almost like I'm like, oh, it's okay, buddy. Like,
Yeah, your hand is now damp with Private Parts sweat.
That's not a good sentence.
retake that.
Give yourself an inspiration die, and I am going to retake that. Your hand is now damp with the sweat that was previously on his forehead.
Oh, sorry, I just got it.
I say keep that in. That's funny.
I just got it. I was just thinking about the
Chris is
character's
like,
name.
what?
Yeah, let's head south. Why not? Let's have an adventure.
Yeah, I think, based on the direction, trying to stay as west as possible, I should southwest maybe?
Sure. I think he was saying Teehee's the hex right below us.
Right, correct.
So it's still, we're not deviating
just
too
south.
far. It was the other option.
We're not
that
going
we could-
back.
Right.
We're
it's
just basically like,
northwest down, and then it's still the adjacent block.
Correct.
But can you imagine how proud, I say this in private to my group, I'm about to talk about stuff that I don't want Cobb to hear. Can you imagine how proud Sergeant Steele I will be if we come back with not only intel on Andridge Bay, but also we have helped the morale of like the perception of the mortality with the locals.
Based on what happened here, I would say that I don't know if Sergeant Steele cares whether or not this place is helped or not. They just, I don't know if they care about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
We do, though.
Oh, okay.
We could be a new generation of privates who care.
Privates who care. I like that.
Yeah, let's take out Brutaliteam.
Can we just change our team from B team to that? South we go.
Okay, yeah. You pass through Raisin, and you follow the path through Raisin, and you see some dilapidated buildings and stuff that's seen better days. Let's say some buildings that are falling apart. Like I said, scaffolding on some of them. So you pass through Raisin and continue on your way south. And after a couple of miles of walking, you start to see tree stumps begin increasing in number.
you said tree stumps?
Yeah, dotting either side of the trail as you're walking through. Yeah,
So as if they've been demolished or cut down?
Cut down.
yeah, harvested.
Can we hear Tim Curry singing in the distance about oil and sludge? That's a Fern Gully reference, Gus.
Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
that one.
Okay, I didn't know.
You're walking through, and eventually you come to a crossroads, and you see several people like dressed up with equipment who seem to be setting up some kind of camp.
What are they dressed up as?
It seems like they're like lumberjacks.
Oh.
Okay.
So they're probably the ones doing this to the trees. Do they seem to have like trees with them and they're like
Like a pile?
carrying around in something or in a pile?
You do see a pile of lumber, but it's not very large. They notice you all walking and don't seem to pay much attention. It seems like they're focused on harvesting trees at the moment and collecting them.
Hey, gang, let's have a group chat real quick, yeah?
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so we could probably use military leverage to see if we can make them give lumber to the people of Raisin.
They're called raisins?
Yes, the raisins.
What if they also hate people from the Brutaliteam?
Yeah, we might have to just feel out the vibe, yeah.
Maybe to simplify our story so that they don't tell Cobb that we're military, we just stay in our civilian stuff. And if it becomes advantageous to let them know we're from the military, we can reveal it.
Oh, that's a good idea. All I'm saying is I don't think we have the money, but maybe they could build a Mortalion or something.
Well, you're such a big, strong, manly man. Maybe this is your time to shine with these other alpha males that are clearly out here taming the wilds.
Oh, you know what? Warhammer is very similar to an axe. We have so much in common. Yeah, I can lead this. I can go for this.
I love it.
Okay.
All right. Gunther and Tolv take the lead.
Why don't all of you roll me a perception check?
11?
That's a dirty 20.
9.
17.
Gunther and Natty, you both notice that there's a signpost here at the crossroads. And you see signs and directions written on the signpost. It says north, and it says ruins of Raisin. Then northeast, Fort Endridge. Southeast, foothills of Flack. South, Gulf of Kibosh. Southwest, Trigon Mouth. And northwest, Solasod. As you all are looking at the signpost, it slowly begins raining. There's like a small drizzle that starts. And one other thing, Doug and Natty, you both rolled good on your perception checks. You see that there's something carved into the side of the signpost written in Elvish.
Oh.
Who speaks Elvish? I speak Elvish. I'm a drow. I forgot. What's it say?
What does it say, Natty?
I'll send it to you, John, so you
right.
can read it as Natty.
Yeah, that's important.
Role-playing.
I'm going to have Gigi read it. All right, group. This Elvish on this signpost, it says, "These words shall root in minds that read. No rest until you plant a seed."
So I guess we need to plant a seed.
These words will root in mind. What was it?
That read.
Sounds like
To cut a tree, you must plant a tree.
I mean, that just sounds like common sense.
But what about our minds? Like, does it mean we have to plant something from our body or something?
My mamas used to have this saying where they say, readers are leaders and leaders are readers. So maybe that's what it's about. It's about read a dang book.
Well, I've done that.
And you are the leader right now, Natty, and you did read.
And I have decided Tolv will go do his manly duty.
Okay. Can you run that poem by me one more time? These words will...
Shall root in minds that read, no rest until you plant a seed.
Now that you're looking around, Tolv, since Natty is tasking you with making contact with these people, as you look around, in addition to the workers who seem to be clearing the trees, you see that there is what appears to be a tent with a vendor in it nearby as well.
Ooh.
Could I go look at the tent?
Yeah.
Maybe they have some seeds for sale.
Well, I was going to see if there's I could find can I identify the leader or anything like that? Is there anybody that seems to be in command, or is the vendor probably like the base camp for this?
You don't see anyone like giving orders or anything. Everyone just seems to be milling about, like going about different tasks.
Okay.
Lumber milling about?
Yeah, that's why I kind of like chuckle to myself.
I'm going to approach just the nearest lumber guy.
Spit on the ground. Boys do that all the time.
Okay, and then I go, and I spit on the ground, and then I say, hey, my lowest voice.
Yeah, he stops and looks at you.
Hey, who's in charge around here?
The deep voice with the falsetto cracks is just on point.
Well,
He kind of like lifts his hat and scratches his head a bit and says,
I guess if you wanted to say someone was in charge, it's maybe Pi A. Lamode.
Okay, and where can I find Pi A. Lamode?
I don't know. She's probably out harvesting trees somewhere.
Okay.
She's a wood elf. Can't miss her. She got curly bubblegum hair, flannel petticoat.
Oh, she sounds cool. Very stylish. Okay, well, how about you, help me find her? That'd be really cool. His fellow dude, his fellow guy, and I slap him on the back.
he kind of like stumbles and forward a step or two and says,
I can. I'm real busy right now. I got to finish up my work before the day's done.
Yeah, I totally hear that. Yeah, hard work. Okay, well, thanks for your help. Toodaloo.
TGIF.
I guess I would try to go. Let's go try to find Pi A. Lamode.
Elamode.
I'll walk up. Could you point us in a direction?
he kind of haphazardly points like further deeper into the clearing to the west.
All right. Tolv, you heading that way?
Yeah.
Don't forget, I just wanted to touch back something that Barbara has said is Doug. There is also a vendor with a tent, and I think Doug was going to go check on that as well. So I'm going to sidebar with Doug, who I assume was doing that at the same time.
Okay.
You walk up to the tent, Doug, and inside is a dwarf with tiny ears wearing a red necklace. And they look up at you as you walk in.
Do I recognize this necklace at all?
Make a wisdom check.
17.
It's a necklace with an enormous red eyeball attached in a glass case. Make me a reality check.
Remind me what that is again?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. It's relatively new to us. Roll a d20 and add all of your ability score modifiers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's a 14 plus 26, I think is the total.
Okay. Yeah, there is something strange about it, which did catch your eye in the first place, and you don't remember it. And then as you're looking at it, trying to remember what it is, it just seemingly disappears from around the dwarf's neck.
And that's what happened in the trial with the horn underneath the judge's desk or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. In the lector, not in the judge's desk.
Right, sorry.
The dwarf looks at you and says,
"My eyes are up here."
Oh.
Sorry, I was just looking around and I admire your shirt. I like the shirt you're wearing. It's very nice color on you.
It's like filthy, just covered in dirt. They look up and say,
okay.
So, what's you got here?
Well, I'm the last merchant here in Teehee, so not much. I do what I can to support what's left of our lumber industry.
So is that what you sell? Just lumber?
Yeah, I sell various things that assist in the lumber industry.
So why is that so popular here?
Popular? Have you looked outside? There's not much going on, outside of trying to find some trees to fell. It used to be a vibrant hub. There was lots of industry back when there were more trees, but slowly as the trees have gotten chopped down, the lumber yard went out of business. Fewer craftspeople take this route now, and it doesn't seem like we get nearly as much traffic as we used to.
I mean, what are you doing here?
I'm just passing through with some friends.
Friends? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's nice to have friends. Yeah, I'm not used to it. Is there something special about your trees that you guys have here? Like, why so many people would be harvesting them?
Oh, it's just lots of trees, but not as many as it used to be.
Oh, sounds really sad.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Well, what do you have for sale? I want to support local business.
Oh, well, I've got a bag of dry wheat biscuits drizzled with honey. There's a cedar chest that's reinforced with iron and topped with a sturdy lock. And between you and me, it has a false bottom. Perfect for storing your ill-gotten gains. And I've got some hemp rope.
They point over at a carefully coiled segment of hemp rope.
And some chamomile tea.
Wow, quite the variety.
Yeah, I've got some things.
Does that look familiar to the chest that we saw in the armory by any chance?
No, does not appear.
Like the ones holding the artifacts?
Yeah. I had to remember. I was like, what chest is she talking about? Like, oh, the artifact ones. Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess the rope. I think some rope would come in handy.
How much do you need? I have maybe like 500 feet.
How much per foot?
You can have the entire 500 feet for 10 gold. So 2 gold for 100 feet.
It looks like I have 145 gold pieces.
Lord, what bank did you rob?
How do you have so much money?
I think it was like a setting that I built my character. It's like how much wealth they had.
Nepo baby.
I was waiting for it.
How much for the 500?
10 for the 500?
10?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take all your hemp rope.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's a banner day for Bodash Bear. Here you go.
But I just put rope in my inventory.
The names in this episode.
You can put hemp rope if you want to be specific.
Could Natty come over?
Sure.
Natty's ears heard someone talk about a false butt. How much for that bottom?
This cedar chest? 25 gold.
Wait. Oh, that's what it has. The cedar chest has a false bottom.
Uh-huh.
In my head, I heard like it was like a false butt that you put on and store things in.
Well, I guess if you're a certain size, you can attach this chest to yourself.
I like my idea better than yours.
That is a good idea. I do like it.
Never mind. I don't need no chest.
Oh.
Mine's good enough.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Blaine.
Are you two traveling together?
Yeah.
Oh, many visitors. I'm Bodash Bear. What are your names?
I'm Doug.
Yep, nice to meet you, Doug.
And I'm Nutty.
Nutty. Okay. Nice to meet you, Nutty. What are you all doing here? Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, maybe, perhaps.
And Doug whispers over to Natty.
Do you think that this person might be able to help us with what's said on the signpost?
Oh, it was in Elvish. I don't think a dwarf would be writing something in Elvish. But maybe. You know what? Ain't no hurting asking.
Well, maybe because they live here, they might know something about it.
Yeah. Ask away.
Bodash, is that what it is?
Yep.
I have a question for you. So you know there's like a signpost out there with like all the different directions, different like places you could go. There was something written about planting a seed. Do you happen to know anything about this?
I'm not sure. I think Pi Alamode might know a little more about that. She is an elf.
Oh, yeah, she's a wood elf.
Yeah, she might help you with that. You know, she's missing a couple things, so if you want to get on her good side, you could help her find her missing items. I bet she'd reward you if you helped her out.
What's she missing?
I think she's missing a woodcutter axe and a pickaxe. It's a very special pickaxe.
Oh. What's special about it?
It's the Tempest Tinker. It has a special name.
That's a pretty good name.
It's widely known in this area.
What does it do? Is it like a special ability?
It's very unique. You'll know it when you see it. It's a bloodstone pickaxe wafting with smoke.
Dang. All right, well, we'll keep our eye out for those.
You do that. It's a surefire way to get on Pi's good side.
Should we go find this pie lady?
Yeah. Thank you for allowing us to patronize your place.
Thank you for the business. You have a great day.
Yeah. I could have sworn that I saw that person wearing like a necklace that had a red eyeball in it.
They weren't wearing a necklace when I came up.
I know, but I could have sworn I saw it on them. It's the weirdest thing.
You know what? I saw a horn in the courtroom, and it was the same kind of thing where I thought I saw it, and then it wasn't there.
Huh. I'm going to take note of these things.
You do that. All right, Tove, lead the way.
As you walk out to rejoin with Tolv, you see, the other abandoned tents, just like Bodash talked about. flanking this tent and going down a little ways along the path.
He did mention he was like the last shopkeeper or something like that, or last vendor.
Yeah. And you all walk back up and rejoin with Tolv.
And Gunther.
How was that conversation? Did you guys have a lot of laughs and fun with your new friend?
I got hemp rope.
This is cool. We could play like jump rope with Giggy.
I like where your brain is at.
It's 500 feet, in case that makes a difference.
We could set like a Guinness World Record with the most people to play jump rope with, you know? I don't know. Spitballing ideas.
You do a lot of jump rope on the ship?
A lot of downtime. It gets very boring on the high seas.
Actually, I bet that'd be hard because of the rowing.
You get good at it. Did you learn anything about the surrounding area? Is business good? Is business bustling?
Oh, it's not good.
All the wood's gone.
That might be an issue if we're trying to acquire lumber for Raisin.
But apparently, there's a pile of mode.
Yeah.
Hey.
Pile of mode. They might be able to help us, but the shopkeep said that if we found no missing items, they might be more inclined. So we could find like a wood cutting axe and also a pickaxe, specifically a Tempestinkle pickaxe.
Our side quest gave us a side quest.
Exactly.
We're already on a side quest for a side quest.
It's just side quests all the way down.
I'm also feeling like everywhere we go, there's going to be like sad, more problems. And it's bummer, man.
I just feel like it's other little badges we can put on our chest and go, hey, Sergeant Steel Eye, look what we did.
Look at all the things we did. Okay, so let's find those axes then, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go. I feel like we should go talk to Pi.
Yeah. Well, like on the way, maybe we keep our eyes out for these pickaxes.
Yeah.
As you all are talking amongst yourselves, one of the lumberjacks is walking by and says,
Pi, have you seen her lately?
No.
I heard she was to the
No,
west.
we were just looking for her, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am too. Haven't seen her in a day or two.
Oh.
What do you need her for?
Do you have a side quest for us?
Well, I'm just trying to find Pi.
Okay.
The last I heard, she was missing some items. She went looking for them over in the tree sanctuary.
Oh, thank you, sir, with pivotal information.
An exclamation mark above your head helps a lot.
Is your name Deus Ex? Is that what your name is?
When you see her, you tell her that Yaddy needs to talk to her.
Yaddy.
Yaddy.
Yeah.
Is that you?
That's me. I'm Yaddy.
We will do that.
All right, let's go to the tree sanctuary.
Before someone else talks to us and gives us more things to do.
Eyes and ears. Let's run.
this was helpful for you to go in a direction. You're acting like I'm making this more difficult. I'm trying to help you.
Yeti, we're not talking to you anymore, okay? We already got what we need from you.
Calm it down, Yeti.
Hush it up.
Do you think Yaddy has a friend named Laurel?
What?
Take an inspiration die. It's a good one.
I don't get it.
It's
I don't get it.
Yanny and Laurel. It's the sound
From
that
like
people.
5 or 6 years ago.
Some people hear Yanny, some people hear Laurel.
Oh.
What?
Wow, that's like the blue and black dress thing.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I wore a gold and white dress, John.
But it is, you said Yati, right?
Yaddy. Yadi. Yaddy.
Okay.
While we walk that way, can Gunther look on the ground for seeds?
Yeah, make a survival check.
That's a 5. I want to use my inspiration die. I want seeds.
Okay.
All right, 16.
Yeah, you find a couple of tree seeds sprinkled amongst the tree stumps here.
Okay.
You walk over in the direction Yaddy pointed, and you find a glass house with a sign that reads Tree Sanctuary under construction. And then it's like a dash and presumably a name. Chaste Chain.
Nobody throw rocks.
What is a tree sanctuary? Like a greenhouse?
Like a preservation.
Or like a temple dedicated to trees, I guess.
Let's go in and find out. Knock, knock.
The door is just kind of loosely swinging open. This whole building is very rickety. The whole thing kind of sways and seems like it's barely standing.
OSHA here. You have some violations to answer for.
Yeah, the door swings open and you see inside it's a cramped space with dirt floors and what appear to be a couple of tree exhibits.
Like what's in the exhibits?
You walk in to take a closer look, and everyone who walked in, make me a perception check.
I walked in.
13.
12.
15.
12.
It's a little DM tip for anyone listening. If you want your players to enter a room, say anyone who entered a room gets to make a check, and then suddenly everyone enters the room.
Got us again. Dang.
When you all enter the sanctuary, you all hear what appears to be some kind of mumbling.
Is this like the mumbling of someone distantly talking through a wall or captured and gagged?
It's the mumbling of someone beneath the sanctuary?
Like underground?
Maybe.
Are there any doors or anything or trap doors or?
It's dirt ground, right?
Yeah, it's dirt floors.
Are we able to like hear like, do they sound like they're buried or like there's a cellar or something?
So I want to answer a question you had earlier, Chris, before I get to this new one. You asked about the exhibits. So inside, like I said, it's a cramped space, no glass, dirt floors, and 3 tree exhibits, and there's a fountain with a sculpture. And there appear to be 3 gardeners working around inside the room. When you look at the tree exhibits, you see that they're different species, and they're labeled chortle chestnut, drizzle dogwood, and hogwash hickory. And all 3 trees look similar to you. And they each have pairs of holes in the trunk.
Cool trees.
And like I said, there is a fountain. It's like a central sculpture of a silver coin the size of a dinner plate, etched with wind lines. And it smells of fish and the water is still. And there's a plaque on it.
Ew. Could we go up to read the plaque?
Yeah. The plaque reads, Sacred Font of the Wind Trader.
This is on the fountain?
Yeah.
Trader as in like someone who like trades or someone who, okay, turned against their people.
Sacred Font of the Trader?
Wind trader.
Of the Wind Trader.
Wind.
Giggy trades wind all the time. It's terrible.
And the water is translucent and hard as a rock, but it's not ice. And there's a silver coin sculpture on a spinning swivel. And then in addition to that, there's 3 gardeners walking around tending to the trees and various vegetation in here.
Hello.
Do you approach one of them?
Anything else?
Yeah, I say hello to one of them.
Have you guys seen Pie?
One of them looks up at you and says, no, haven't seen Pie. Don't know where she is.
And what are you gardening? Why?
That's my job. I garden here.
Is this religious?
Religious? What do you mean?
Are these sacred trees in some way?
Well, it's an exhibit. You got your chortle chestnut, your drizzle dogwood, and your hogwash hickory.
What is the purpose of this exhibit? What are you showing?
The different trees that grow here. It's the tree sanctuary. That's what we do to preserve the trees.
What are your feelings with the people who cut down the trees?
Well, it's all part of the cycle. We grow the trees, people cut the trees and use the trees, and we grow more trees.
But there are not enough trees.
No, we got to grow more. We need to get busy. That's why I'm here.
How do you grow more trees besides these 3?
Seeds.
Oh, do you have more seeds?
He kind of like pats at his pockets and looks around and says, no.
Gunther holds out his seeds.
Oh, thank you. He pulls them, grabs them out of your hands and like sticks them into his pockets.
Anyone else?
Do you guys, am I going like cuckoo in the head or does anybody else hear mumbling under the floor? Gardener?
Mumbling under the floor?
Yeah.
That's where a tree's roots are.
Great. Do you have like a subterranean level of this tree sanctuary?
No, only the trees do.
Okay.
The root level.
Got you. Do any of the trees make noise? I know that sounds crazy talk, but like, I swear I hear mumbling.
Mumbling. The gardener gets down on the ground and puts his ear to the dirt. I don't hear anything.
Great. Okay. I'm going crazy.
I heard it too.
Who was the person from our group who actually heard the mumbling?
I think we all had the same perception.
I think, yeah, you all rolled well enough to hear it.
Okay, so say that I take a pickaxe or a shovel and I dig straight down from where I'm standing. There's nothing below me that you know of.
Just dirt and roots.
Can I see if they're being honest with us?
And you can make a vibe check, insight check.
Can I do the same?
Yeah, go for it.
It's an 18.
That's a 9.
Yeah, this is just some dumb gardener told. You have no idea what he's on about.
Cool.
Gunther, you think that this person is not being forthright with you.
Who could have seen that coming?
You think there's something not right. Like he's not behaving the way you would expect he would.
Can Gunther go up to the tree and you tell me the truth or I kill the tree?
Oh.
Make me a perception check, Gunther.
15.
As you know, you look to the tree like you're going to harm it. You notice that the 2 holes that are in the trunk have eyes peering out of them, watching you.
Oh. Does it seem like the trees are in control here? Is that the vibe?
Or that there might be, they're hollowed out fake trees and this is a secret base. Might be Undarians.
Who's in charge here?
The gardener looks around nervously, and as he does so, a green-skinned devil about the size of a house cat pops out of the tree and begins flying around. And out of each of the trees, another fiend bursts out and begins swarming, circling around you and your friends, Gunther.
I knew it wasn't crazy.
The gardeners look at each other and say, "They know! Get them!"
Remember there was reports of people saying that the others were being like mimics?
Everyone go and roll initiative.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was in Endridge Bay.
6.
And we will find out what those initiative rolls are on the next episode of Tales from the
Not
Stinky
6.
Dragon.
You don't know.
21.
Shut up.
No, I'm writing them down. 21, 6. I got a 14 for Doug and a 20 for 12. Awesome. All right. So no matter what happens in the next episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon, Natty is going last.
That's fine.
All right. Tune in next time to find out what happens to the party.
Farewell.
The trees have eyes.
Hey, Pointer, pro tip, watch out for your trees, okay? There might be little Undarians in them.
Thanks, George of the Jungle.
If you're listening to this, go chop down a tree. Quickly do
Watch
it.
out for that tree.
Do it before it gets you. New episodes of Tales from the Stinky Dragon premiere every other Wednesday wherever you stream podcasts and on the Stinky Dragon YouTube channel. Want to listen to the show 48 hours early and ad-free? Well, become a patron at stinkydragonpod.com or become a member of Beacon at beacon.tv. Both memberships support the show and receive access to our exclusive bonus series, Second Wind, and a member-only Discord for their respective platform. Become a patron, you get access to even more exclusive bonus content, Stinky Dragon community and Discord events, and get your name shouted out, just like Migloo the Goat, meh, Miss Bio Major, I wonder what your major is, Paula Hoffman, I can't make a joke about that one, that's just a name, Alex Anthony, and that's 2 first names, I don't know how I feel about that. You listen to C-Squad if you want to know more about that, and Joe Contour. These patrons directly support the show and get ad-free episodes, access to our patron-only Discord server, bonus content like Second Wind and Behind the Screen, and much more. Again, that's stinkydragonpod.com. We can't thank you enough for your support that lets us make this show. Listeners who interacted with us on the Stinky Dragon Discord had NPCs named after them in this episode, like Private Parts, voiced by Ben Ernst, at Halcyon_Ben, Bodesh Bear, voiced by Cody Hawkins, at Hot Hand Hawkins, and Cobb, voiced by Cameron Fletcher, at Cameron.Fletcher. This week's ad question was submitted by The Jeff, with a J. This episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon was produced by Ben Ernst, written, edited, and composed by Micah Reisinger, and additional editing work by Catherine Arnold. Tune in next time for another thrilling episode of Tales from the Stinky Dragon.